Leasing a vehicle has become a very attractive alternative to owning a vehicle because you're not faced with the burden of having the sole ownership on a car or a truck. So when you lease a vehicle, you get to drive it around and you enjoy the perks of driving a car or truck around town, but the dealership still owns the vehicle. You can think of a lease as sort of a long-term rental agreement. And really, as you drive the car around for a year or two, you just pay every month the amount that the car has decreased in value. So in this clip, we'll do an example of how to calculate the cost of leasing a vehicle. And I'll get you to try your own practice problem later on the right, and I'll show you the solution. Let's go ahead and have a look at our first problem. To lease a new car worth $30,000, a customer agrees to pay a $1,000 down payment and 48 payments of $525. And in A, calculate the total cost of leasing the car. Then in B, calculate the average cost per month during the lease. Alright, so let's tackle A first. Don't be fooled by this $30,000. That's the cost of the car brand new if you bought it that day and drove it off the lot. But when you lease a vehicle, you don't really pay the new sticker price. So how do you find the total cost of a lease then if it's not the sticker price? Well, the total cost of leasing a car is just the amount that you're willing to put down as a down payment, which I'll call DP for down payment, plus all of your monthly payments. Well, in this case, we have 48 of them. And how much is each payment? $525. And that handy little equation will give us the total cost of the lease. So the down payment, we're going to say, is $1,000 plus the total monthly payments. And to finish this off, if you need to use a calculator, that's fine. Go ahead and do that. But I'll just show you that we get a total cost of $26,200. So you can see the sticker price was $30,000, but the total cost for the lease is $26,200. And this is why leasing can be an attractive alternative to buying the car. Let's jump into B, where we need to find the average cost per month of leasing the car. A lot of people might say, well, the monthly payment is $525, so that's the average cost. But not so fast, because the total cost is $26,200, and that's going to change things. We need to take the answer that we got in A into account. It changes our answer for B. When we say that the average monthly cost is going to be equal to the total cost, which was $26,200, divided by how many payments are we making? Well, it's given as 48 in the question. And that will give us the average cost per month of leasing the car. And again, this is calculator work, but I'll show you that the answer I got was $545.83. So it's still a fair chunk out of your wallet every month to lease this car, but it might be worth it compared to buying the car. Alright, so let's back up. To find the total cost of a lease, it's the down payment plus the number of payments times how much each payment is, and that will give you the total cost. The average monthly cost is the total cost of the lease divided by the number of payments. Remember that? Okay, let's try that for your own practice problem here on the right. Here's your practice problem. To lease a new Jeep worth $42,000, a customer agrees to pay a $3,000 down payment and 36 payments of $500. And in A, calculate the total cost of leasing the Jeep. And then in B, calculate the average cost per month during the lease. So try out A and B on your own using the steps I showed you on the right, and I'll show you the solution when you're ready. To lease this Jeep, the total cost would be $21,000, And in B, the average monthly cost was $583.33.